Hey YouTube, what's up? Dr. T here, and welcome to the Altcoin Express and my hometown, St. Petersburg, Florida. Verge XVG sets the tone for mass adoption with flog mail. Verge XVG has become one of the best known cryptocurrencies over the last 60 days, especially when their mystery partnership on April the 17th became public. It was a MindGeeks partnership that allowed XVG to become a payment method for Pornhub. While this was very misunderstood, it left no doubts that it was profitable for both parties, especially Verge, as it can only increase XVG's exposure and demand. The current market trend is bringing XVG down against the dollar, as it went down by 19% in the last 7 days. But Verge is focused on making sure its coin and technology are adopted massively. Let's have a look at how they are going about that. Verge's listing announcement on BitBTC. The XVG team announced a couple of days ago via their official Twitter account that the XVG cryptocurrency will be listed on Bit or Byte BTC, an influential exchange market. The team also announced that XVG would be ready for live trading and investing starting from May the 10th, as it became part of the Bit BTC market listing. Any coin listed in a new exchange will always bring trade volume and exposure, which is why this is an exciting development for Verge. It's expected that Verge will grow in value soon. It's probably more hoped than expected. All the previous mentioned reasons strongly suggest that XVG's value will soon rise as the market's current trend gets worn out and most of the crypto coins start to trade in the green once again. XVG debit cards. A little over 2 weeks ago, TokenPay proclaimed they would be buying 9.9% of shares of a Bavarian German bank. The point in this is to issue debit cards on cryptocurrencies. Then TokenPay announced that their first choice for that would be XVG. This is no surprise at all. TokenPay supported XVG during their first crowdfunding campaign. They endorsed XVG on their first crowdfunding campaign, and they kept the support going until the MindGeek partnership became a reality. It's no surprise at all for TPay to choose Verge as the first altcoin to become available through a debit card issued by the bank. TokenPay gave XVG a lot of support during their initial crowdfunding effort. Their continued support also allowed Verge to get the Pornhub partnership that made them the talk of the town. The deal is done, as confirmed by Verge's official Twitter a couple of days ago. The German bank was mentioned so those debit cards will be available soon. Verge on flogmail. Verge had further good news for fans when they announced on Twitter there will be a payment method for flogmail on May 10th. Flogmail is quite a new player in the e-commerce world that takes in all kinds of currencies, Verge's XVG being the most recent one. It provides electronic trade services that connect buyers and sellers painlessly, enabling both of them to complete each transaction in a variety of options. This move is maybe not as bit as Pornhub. Their English is absolutely terrible, but every one move Verge makes to make it a real and practical payment method for average users is a smart one. At the very least, it takes them, it gives them exposure. Verge and the market. The market had a bit of a break on May 9th. Most securities dropped a bit and Verge went with the trend. As of today, Verge lost 19.72% against the dollar in the last 7 days, which is a bit steep. It also lost about 12% against Bitcoin. Green bars are starting to build in the market. Verge's XVG is also increasing in value by 4%. Let's go and have a look what it's doing. And we'll just pop into here and pop into here. I've got Ethereum up, so let me get rid of Ethereum. Boink. So we've got it on 3 minutes. So let's increase it to 15. And we've got my little bit of light on the subject matter. Always helps me to see what you're looking at. I like to look at the moving averages to see what's really going on. So let's pop out a bit further. So the moving average is kind of bottoming out now after a kind of a bad period. So I generally kind of want to wander in, see how it's going, wander in, see how it's going. And of course it does help the fact that the downswing of Bitcoin and Ethereum has just been kind of brought to a close with a little bit of volatility on trying to turn that corner. So they are showing just a hint of trying to recover. The downside of a reversal like this is, as I said before, a lot of people got burned here, and there's usually a general resistance to the upside. I'm going to get rid of the light. We're going to take a look at their prices and see how they're doing. It won't happen for a while. It's like the same with Bitcoin chewing through all the crap where everybody wants to get out on a rising market. I mean, have you ever heard anything so stupid? Oh, the market's rising. Oh, sell off, dump it, right, immediately. I mean, jeez Louise, the idiocy of some of these people. That's why they lose money, and hopefully those good guys like us make it. So there we go. Their volume is the lowest I've ever seen it. It has been up a good bit, 3 or 4 or 5 times that. So with that volume there, they are not going anywhere in a hurry. So do not be in a rush to buy into them because they won't go anywhere. But just keep an eye on them. I mean, at some point the volume will start to increase. You're going to see little bits of spikes. It'll get a little buy up, bit sell off, little buy up, sell off. As the volume starts to increase, there should be some glean from that and from the moving averages. They might be near a takeoff. At which point, if I do recognize that to be the case, I will be putting a considerable amount in them. I've currently taken everything out. So there's quite a lot of resistance. It's probably going to take them a week or so. Maybe if Bitcoin and Ethereum get out from under their regional shitfest. We'll take a look in here as well because it's all part of what's going down. Of late, we are in Bitcoin. Of late, it's been very difficult for Bitcoin to get off the map because, as you can see, dump, dingle, 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 dump, and everybody wants to dump out of a rising market. I mean, it is just unbelievable, and a brick wall as well. Let's get rid of the light because we need to go back and take some of it and take a look at this. It is absolutely astounding, ladies and gentlemen, how I need the light back again. How these idiots can possibly do this in the light of where things are. I mean, let's face it. This is the big upside. There's the downside. It's kind of pretty much sold off and is waiting to recover. And clearly it is in a recovery mode. And you've got these clowns who perpetually want to throw their money down the drain, which is a drag on everything. It will go away eventually. And then once that starts its smart move up, maybe Verge XVG will get a little bit of momentum under it and things will go along a better pathway for them.